While the US is the undisputed global capital of fast food, many international chains are making their mark on American soil. From places that sell wings to chefs that use woks, these are the best foreign fast food chains available stateside, ranked worst to first. Oh, Canada. Listen, we truly appreciate all the wonderful maple syrup, hockey bruisers, and side-splitting comedians that have crossed our border. But why, oh why, did you need to send over Manchu Wok? If you're not familiar with the uninspired Chinese food chain, it's basically Panda Express on steroids. While the company certainly offers a varied menu, bigger doesn't mean better. And the sprawling Steam table selection is bound to disappoint no matter what you pick. As one Yelp user writes, "This place was awful. Maybe the only reason why my husband and I ate our food here was because we were tired and hungry." All told, Manchu Wok's food is clearly turned around for a quick profit and with little consideration for texture or taste. There are so many other Chinese options in the US, including the aforementioned Panda Express. You'd be better off heading there than Manchu Wok. It's not that Yoshinoya, a Tokyo-based operation that started in 1899, is a terrible fast food option. But when a chain has been around for over a century, we expect more. Rice bowls are the name of the game here, and the menu star item, the original beef, sadly doesn't shine all that bright. Thinly sliced, it's simmered in an herb miso soy broth that should impart great flavor and texture. Yet the meat is never fully tender, and gristle always seems to get in the way. Moreover, the flavor fails to pack a punch, but at least the grilled barbecue beef, tossed in a sweet and spicy Asian barbecue sauce, is more successful on that front. The teriyaki chicken is decent enough, but the sad side of veggies seems like a throwaway garnish instead of a healthful boost. Less successful is the habanero chicken, which fails to bring the heat, as well as the overly bready and overly sweet orange chicken. As for the seafood items, avoid those fishy disasters at all costs. If this Filipino fast food sensation isn't currently in your neighborhood, it's only a matter of time before Jollibee's lovable bee mascot appears somewhere close to you. Jollibee is going all in on locations in the United States, and if you know what to order, you'll be in for a treat. But it's key that you understand what Jollibee does well and what the chain still needs to workshop. Fried chicken, known at Jollibee as Chicken Joy, is the chain's claim to fame, and that should be the focus of your order. However, be warned that dedicated fans of other fried chicken joints like Popeyes, KFC, or Bojangles won't be wowed. The rest of the savory menu, meanwhile, is pretty skippable. Jollibee's burgers are rather blah, its spaghetti is strangely sweet, and the Palabok Fiesta is far from a party in your mouth. You can skip ahead to the desserts where skies are brighter. You'll be pleased with a peach mango pie that's similar to the McDonald's hot apple pie, and a satisfying version of the traditional Filipino halo-halo, which packs a whole lot of ingredients into and on top of shaved ice.
Put on a smile and share some happiness.
Put on a smile and get some joy too.
We're big fans of the name of this Mexican chicken place, but unfortunately, we're not too crazy about the actual food served here. But before we get into the menu, here's a bit of history. El Pollo Loco launched in 1975 with an outlet in Sinaloa, Mexico. 5 years later, it made its US debut in Los Angeles. The chain is now operated separately on each side of the border, but the menus are virtually identical. While we love the idea of fire-grilled, citrus-marinated chicken that is cut to order, the results tend to be dry and the skin is not quite crispy enough. You're better off going the boneless route, with the chicken chopped and served in a taco, burrito, or quesadilla. We also wish the sides, which include your standard beans, rice, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese, were more, well, loco. The chain's biggest asset is its salsa bar. The selections, which range from mild house salsa to fiery salsa roja, are all prepared fresh, packing plenty of flavors into the mix. You can at least boost some of the more mellow flavors of your food with this salsa selection. If you've spent any time in London, you're likely familiar with this hybrid coffee shop and sandwich slinger. While the chain may be a staple across the pond and in New York, Pret Manger has had difficulty establishing a foothold anywhere else in the US. But if you're a fan of the relatively eclectic prepared food offerings of Trader Joe's, then this may be the spot for you. The globally inspired menu covers everything from a shakshuka frittata to a pesto baguette and turmeric chicken and farro soup. If you're craving something more familiar, stick with Pret's famed ham and cheese baguette. Surely that's familiar enough to get even the pickiest Americans interested. The swine is applewood smoked, the bread is freshly baked, and the slathering of whole grain mustard adds a welcome final kick. If you're not looking for something utterly mundane like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, then you may want to check out a Pret a Manger when you're in the neighborhood. Let's face it, there's always room for improvement in our nation's coffee and donut game, so we're A-okay with Tim Hortons making the journey from Canada to help the cause. While you'll be served far better brews at your local third-wave roaster, for the price difference, a cup of Joe here is tough to beat. The drinks go well beyond the Java basics with a wide assortment of flavored lattes, foamy cold brews, and frozen drinks. As for the eats, Tim Hortons humdrum breakfast sandwiches, bagels, and wraps are an easy pass. Donuts should be the only food item on your radar. If you're a Dunkin' regular, the Timbits are a worthy munchkin substitute. As for the full-size donuts, focus on the classics, where options like the apple fritter and honey dip hit the sweet spot. The fast food fried chicken competition is fierce in the US, and TKK, which hails from Taiwan, is up there with the best of them. The batter is thick and crunchy, the chicken is juicy. What more can you want? Its chicken comes in 3 flavors: original, crispy mild, and crispy spicy, the last of which is comparable to the heat of Popeye's fried chicken. Other main dishes include wings, tenders, and, of course, the now ubiquitous crispy chicken sandwich. While the fried chicken offerings stick to tried and true standards, the sides present a refreshing change of pace. The East meets West selection covers everything from blistered shishito peppers to squeaky fried cheese curds straight out of Wisconsin. And don't sleep on the kwa kwa bao, a glorious spin on a dim sum staple. The fried packages of sticky rice, shiitake mushrooms, and pork are made in limited batches, so make sure to arrive early and snag these dim sum favorites. If you want fast food with fancy European fare, say oui to Pain Quotidien. Fans praise its pastries, many of which carry a reportedly authentic European chocolate flavor. Then there's the relatively light breakfast and lunch menu that leaves you feeling just full enough. While you'll be inclined to indulge your sweet tooth, the savory items are also pretty impressive. For some of the heartiest fare, you could go with the decadent croque monsieur and fluffy quiche Lorraine, both of which offer plenty of egg and cheese for hungry diners. And considering the chain's country of origin, the warm grain bowl with sweet potatoes and Brussels sprouts is an obvious order. That said, Pain Quotidien is a bit pricier than its peers, but for many fans, this foreign fast food chain is worth the extra euros.
Le pain quotidien.
Le Pain Quotidien.
Le Pain Quotidien.
While chains like Wingstop are soaring in popularity, South Korea's KyoChon is still flying under the radar stateside, but you may want to give it a second look. It all starts with the quality. The chicken is always fresh, there's no MSG, the seasonings are all natural, and the canola oil is trans fat free. But it's the South Korean double fry that makes all the difference. Crisping up the wing not once but twice ensures a crackling exterior and perfectly cooked meat. Then there are the finger-licking good sauces, which range from sweet honey to red hot. Smack dab in the middle is the addictive soy garlic, which mixed with the red results in just the right amount of savory heat. KyoChon currently has locations in Los Angeles and Buena Park just outside Disneyland, so if you're in the area, make sure to brush up on your wing-eating technique and indulge. For just over 2 decades, Beard Papa's has been serving up what are quite possibly the best cream puffs in the fast food world. Named after owner Yuji Hirota and his Santa-esque fluffy white beard, the Japanese import now has 400 locations in 15 countries and territories. And its culinary reputation is all about double layering those pastries, with soft choux claiming the interior and a crispier pie crust holding things down on the exterior. The shop bakes its pastries fresh and prepares its 3 custard fillings each morning. For added indulgence, there's also the option to treat your cream puff as if it were an eclair and adorn it with various tasty toppings, such as green tea glaze and Oreo cookie crumble. Though it's a South Korean chain, the fresh-baked goodies at Paris Baguette rival the offerings from an authentic French boulangerie. The namesake loaf is delightfully crusty with a sufficiently fluffy interior. Other Western standards like the pain au chocolat and coffee Danish are also well executed, but it's the more innovative items like the ham and brie everything pastry and hash brown bread that take it to another level. Not surprisingly, there are also plenty of Asian flavors thrown into the mix. From the matcha cream croissant to the ham and cheese sandwich served on pillowy milk bread. There's even a wide assortment of fancy cakes, including a stunning rainbow cake and decadent chocoholic chiffon, both of which are suitable for fancy occasions at a fraction of the cost. The only problem for American diners is accessibility. There are currently over 4,000 Paris Baguette locations worldwide, but just a fraction of those are in the United States. The good news is that America is trying to play catch-up, as the chain plans to open over 1,000 units stateside in the coming years. This 50-year-old Guatemalan hit continues to spread its wings, and we're thankful for it. There are now nearly 400 Pollo Campero locations across the Americas. Over the last 2 decades, more than 70 outlets have landed in the US. The chain's namesake is its sole protein option, and the boldly spiced bird is available citrus-grilled or fried, while bone-in is Pollo Campero's most popular choice. The recently introduced Camperitos may be your best bet. These crispy little nuggets are the perfect size for dipping in the wide array of sauces on offer, including the signature Campero and cool avocado ranch. Some sides are familiar, like coleslaw, french fries, and mashed potatoes. But you're here for Latin American flavor, so yucca fries or the fried plantains and spicy Campero beans mixed with chorizo, poblanos, onion, and tomato are the way to go. Wash it all down with a freshly prepared mango agua fresca or horchata. There's grilled chicken, and then there's PERi chicken. Bathed in a scorching marinade, the African and Portuguese-influenced fast casual chain is gaining heat stateside, and Nando's PERi is helping to lead the charge. Since igniting the flame over 3 decades ago in Johannesburg, South Africa, Nando's flock has grown to 1,200 locations in 30 countries. The chain is catching fire across the US too, earning accolades for its bold flavors and commitment to quality. The chicken, which is locally sourced and always fresh, is marinated for 24 hours before it's grilled to order. The results are spectacular. The sides are superb too, especially the house-made turmeric-spiced Portuguese rice that's flecked with peppers. Then there's the macho peas, which are given a quote, rugged mash, along with a mix of parsley, mint, garlic, and chili. If there isn't a Nando's located near you, don't worry. There's always the option of buying some bottles of the chain's famed sauces and firing up the grill at home. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about fast food are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.